Hello again, Year 6. As I said at the end of your Big Read video, it's going to be quite a short one, this, certainly in comparison with the Big Read, because it is your cold write. So, for the first 3-week unit, hopefully, most of which will be done in school rather than via online learning, but we've started it online. So, what we're working towards is doing a newspaper report. That's what your cold write is going to be about. The reason we're doing that is because in the story, you don't get there quite within your chapters yet, but an event happens in the story that is definitely something that would make the newspaper reports if it happened in our world. So we're going to write our newspaper report about that in 3 weeks' time. However, we need to get a cold write done first. Remember, the cold write is your chance to prove to us what you can do completely independently without any input from us and showing that you've had that memory from when you've done these genres before. It's also a really good thing for us as teachers to put in your portfolios of evidence. So please work really hard to make this the very best it can be. Do a really good job, and then we can print those off and we can have them in your portfolio of evidence to say, such and such has done a really good job here. This proves they can work independently. This proves they can use all these skills, all these techniques, and they understand this genre. And that's what makes them an age-related writer, or a greater depth writer, maybe. So, for your cold write, though, you will need to write a newspaper report about something different. And I've put some ideas on for you, but you can do anything you'd like, anything you're interested in, anything you're passionate about, anything that particularly takes your fancy. But some ideas are coming up on the screen. So you could do the way that schools have changed this year. You could do a newspaper report all about a local club competing in a national competition. You could do one about a huge snowstorm hitting the UK and everyone getting trapped in their homes. Or you could do one about Nottingham Town Square being turned into the world's largest indoor play area. They are just ideas. You do not have to use one of those. But if you want to, you can. If one of those has sparked an idea in your head that's a bit different, but like that, do that instead. But you need to choose something that you know a little bit about so that you can be factual and detailed in your newspaper report. Obviously, you are going to make it up a little bit. There's not really been a huge snowstorm that hits the UK and gets everyone trapped inside. You are allowed to be a bit fictitious, a little bit made up if you need to be. However, you need to remember that a newspaper report is a factual piece of writing. So it needs to be full of facts and it needs to be true or sounding like it's been written factually, as well as sounding formal in tone. Getting onto some of those features, in your packs, in your transparent little slips of folders, you've got this to stick in your books. This is a success criteria or a checklist for you for your features that should be included. PA stands for pupil assessment and TA is teacher assessment. So as you're going through, you should be ticking these different things. Put a headline, tick it. Write an introduction that contains the 5 W's, tick it. Keep a formal tone throughout your writing, tick it. You get the idea. Past progressive tense, that is where something begins in the past but progresses through to the present in your tense. Do have a look at looking that up if you're not quite sure, but it is something we're going to cover. Quotes should be included, modal verbs, and paragraphing. Remember, the point of a cold write is that I can see what you can already do, and then I don't need to spend very long on that at all. I can just do it as a quick starter, but then also what you can't do yet. And then I can go into more detail on that. So if you can't do the past progressive tense yet and you're not sure, doesn't matter. That just means that in this unit of teaching, I'll make sure that we cover that so that you do know next time. If you can't remember what modal verbs are and don't know how to use them, again, doesn't matter. It just means that then I'll tweak the planning so that that is something we spend a bit more time on. They are for you to show off what you can already do and for me to see what I still need to help you with. So make it really good. Make sure you photocopy it or photograph it or type it up straight away and send it through to me so I can give you a bit of feedback. More importantly, so that we can keep those to go into your portfolios of evidence. That's everything from me though. So I'll be back with you tomorrow with another Big Read lesson and another and proper English lesson. But for now, best of luck and goodbye.